CarolJo's. CarolJo's is an online jewelry and accessory business for women. We do more than just sell jewelry. Honestly, we don't sell a lot of jewelry on the lives. We do that just through the website, mostly. But what we do here is that we have tutorials tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on YouTube and TikTok. We will be doing a jewelry sale. We will also be doing bead sales. I have a silicone bead sales that I don't normally do a lot. Actually, I've never had a Saturday of all just silicone beads. We did one last Saturday, and we're hoping to finish it up this Saturday. And then tonight, we are doing chat time. So chat time is a time where you can go ahead and ask any kind of questions that you want about jewelry making or running a small business, and we as a community will answer it. I was gonna say, hello, Callie girl. How are you tonight? So that's what chat time is about. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. And I know last night when we were ending our live, I was going to talk about things that I've noticed. I talked about it on my live earlier today, but I don't know. I'm going to ask. Do you guys want to talk about it again? We sure can. I am also stickering up our silicone beads that we'll have up for sale on Saturday. So you'll hear some crinkly plastic bags because I'm getting them flat so we can put the stickers on them. All right. Well, that one doesn't want to come off very well. So we're going to just do this one and then we'll go do the second one. So how is everybody doing tonight? Another thing that we said we would talk about on a future live here is ChatGPT. Hello, Rainbow. There we go. I got that one done. That color's done. Whoop, whoop. So what I was going to talk about, what we discussed earlier on TikTok and YouTube, and we can talk about it again here, is what I have seen with what I've been posting and just seeing a correlation, but I don't know because I changed a couple of things at the same time. So I don't know which one of them did it to get us what we're getting. So let me explain, because that was a lot of like, so because I was off of my full-time job for a little bit on the leave, I have been posting every day, not every single day, but more days than I had been in the past. So that was number one. Number two change was that I started using ChatGPT to do my descriptions and to do my hashtags. Do I use exactly what they say? Nope. I will change it up a little bit, but it gives me a good starting point. So we got ChatGPT that I'm using. And number three is that I am actually going live more here on Instagram than I have on before. So, and I can tell from my analytics that I have, hi Trixie FM, that I can see on my analytics from my website that there is people coming over from Instagram, and then about the time that they're there, hi Kings, I'm seeing purchases being made. So, oh geez, thank you, gamer. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but thank you. So what I was going to say is that there has been, I can see a correlation between by making one of those changes, or maybe all three, that my engagement coming from Instagram is higher. And therefore it's, I think, high defect is allowing me to have more people purchase from me. I do also, because I have always posted every day on Instagram and on Facebook, because I have an automatic post that is generated from there. what it does is it will take a product and it will create a post in Instagram and in Facebook. It's not the same item on both. It's different ones. Sorry. I was getting a call and I was going to try to get that so that it wouldn't interrupt here. And I was going to set up my do not disturb and I forgot. Sorry. So I'm going to tell my husband so that he can call them back. So hold on, everybody. I'll be right back, okay? Hey, Ryan, Dan just tried to call me. Can you call him and see what it is and let him know I'm live? Yeah, no. Feltman, my uncle. Okay. Oh, he actually wanted to talk to my husband. I'm having my husband call him. Oh, that is funny. So sorry about that. I don't normally step away, but he doesn't call me unless it's something he needs. So that's pretty funny, I thought. Let me get rid of that notification. There we go. All right. So what I was saying is I can see times of things coming in. Just subscribe to you. Hold on. Whoops. Sorry. Hold on. I'm going to go over here. Hold on, everybody. Because now I have my aunt and uncle are both trying to get a hold of me. I don't normally text while I'm live, but this needs to be done. So sorry. Okay. All right. So that is what I have noticed with my analytics and what I'm seeing. So we talked about, doing engagement and increasing engagement. And increased engagement doesn't always mean that you have to do more lives and that type of thing. I don't know what that means, Trixie. So, and Defect, I can try to subscribe after this. I'll go look for yours after I've got off the live, okay? So, unless I can do it here. Hold on, I'm going to try something. I can't, oh, nope, I can't do that. So, sorry, I will do it after the live, all right? So, what I was going to say is I am seeing a correlation between making changes to increase my, I can't think of the word all of a sudden, increase, oh, Lordy, that word went out of my brain. Now I got to sit here and think about it. You're welcome, Defect. No hot sauce drinking is going to be here. So, but that's what I've noticed, just to let everybody know. And I don't know if that will help out with yours if you're running a small business to increase the description of what you're putting in the correct hashtags type scenario. And that help you out. Hi, Rose. So literally, I am having them create through ChatGPT my descriptions. My descriptions are more wordy now, but not more wordy in a negative way. It's just more descriptive way. And I like that ability. And using ChatGPT, it is in artificial intelligence is what it's called, and it allows you to do that. Well, I'm sorry you think that way. We're just here to talk about. Okay, over here, I can do that for you. I don't know what they do because I have not been able to see, but we got Defect over here who is trying to increase their subscribers on YouTube and asking if people can subscribe. So they're saying they want to be famous. I was going to say, we're just here to talk about jewelry questions and about our jewelry questions and about running a small business. So that's what we're going to continue to talk about here. Okay, everybody? So what other questions do you guys have tonight? Because I wanted to talk about that a little bit. If you guys want more info, you can just put it in the chat and I will add more info to it. But I literally, engagement, the word came back to me. I couldn't think of that one earlier, everybody. Is that horrible? I was just having a duh moment. But now I've thought of the word. It's engagement. Oh, and I am stickering up while we're doing this too. I did already. So I can't play a lot of music because of being live on the 2 different social medias. They don't allow the music that I like to play, so I can't play music right now. So we're in a quiet room with me crinkling. But one of the other things, do you guys want to talk about? Yep. I was talking about it just a little bit ago, but I'll go into it again, Rose. It's fine. What it was is AI, artificial intelligence, is I'm using it through ChatGPT is the one I'm using so that I can create my descriptions. Yep, that's okay. It's to create my descriptions and also my hashtags for my posts. So what I will do is you can go into ChatGPT either in an app on your phone, your tablet, or you can go through chatgpt.com on a desktop. And what you do is you create an account. Oh, don't be sorry. We get you. You create an account, and then what happens is that a couple of things. You can go in and ask questions of it, and it can do things for you. So I'm going to give you some examples of how I used it throughout my business and not just social media posts, okay? So number 1, when it came time to name all of the colors, so like here, we have this color of bead. It's a silicone bead, and I would take a picture of it with my phone, and you can do it right in the app and take the picture, and then I would name it a fun color, or just name it a color, or just different things. And so what would happen is that I would get back in that first return of it 1 to 3 names. And so then if I would take one of the names and if I liked it, I would use it. Or I could take part of the name that it gave me and be like, I think if I tweak it a little bit, it'll be this one. Or I could say, I need more, and it would give me more names. So for example, on this bead here, I'm going to show you. This one here. We ended up naming it Vintage Rose. Vintage Rose was not one of the suggested names that came back, but there was something different with the rose. And when I looked at it, I'm like, I'm naming it Vintage Rose. So I took its suggestion, but made it what I thought I would like it to be. This one here that I just showed you here, I'll bring it up. This one, I had ChatGPT create the name, and it's called Magenta Magic. So if you look at here, we got Magenta Magic. Yes, it is backwards because I didn't mirror anything, but that is Magenta Magic. And that's how we ended up naming all the colors and all of the prints that we have of the silicone beads. No old rose this time. And I'm thinking about, when we're creating my lists and stuff that we have, I do small business and jewelry. So we do chat times, which is tonight. That is, you can ask questions about running a small business, and about jewelry making here on Chat Time. I will sell beads on certain days. And then I will also do tutorials and teach you how to make jewelry. So totally okay to ask about it. You don't have to be sorry. So, and so part of what with running my business, I've been using ChatGPT in multiple ways. So you can use it also to create your logos for your company, and it'll give you your own logo. I did not create my logo through it because I've had the same logo for many, many years now. And it's the logo that I want to keep for a while until I grow tired of it and it's outdated. And maybe some people think it's outdated, but I still like it. I've had it for 3 years now. And you don't normally change your logo very often. So I'm just going to keep it with what I have for that for a while. All right. But you can do your logo creation. You can take pictures in there and generate pictures. Thank you, Rose. And you can do all kinds of stuff. And if you're with your mom, tell your mom hi. So that's a lot of what you can do. You can also write emails. So like when I need to write an email to a customer, my grammar is very like, this is it, dot, dot, dot. So like if I'm going to say, if you were asking me if I have a bead available that you've purchased before I started using ChatGPT, I would have been like, I have 2 available. Here you go. What do you want? Not quite that abrupt, but it's just very short and abrupt. Thank you, Rose. And so with that in mind, I wanted to have ChatGPT help, and they might go in and give you more information or more just politeness in it, meaning that it might say like, thanks for contacting me. You asked about this product and I have this available. If you want to just message me back or email me back, I will gladly add it to your order. And just see how different the first of what I would have done in the past versus the second one. And that's what ChatGPT helps me with. It helps me get that polished email out. So I do use it to help me do that. I also used it when I had the chargeback on my account to be able to write my chargeback professionally sounding. I mean, I know the details about it and like what you should have in there for chargebacks and such, because the financial industry was something I had been in for many, 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 many years. And that regulation that is overseeing chargebacks is something that when I was at the software company that I used to work for and the financial institution I used to work for, I could recite that regulation. So it's a part of who I am, and I know the rules to it, but making it sound professional with what you know isn't always the easiest. And so it just helped me do that. So I want to say it helps me write emails. It helps me do chargebacks and that type of thing just to sound professional. So I use it there. Also, when I go to do my post, so, I do different lives, different days of the week. I will be live on Mondays through Saturdays. I take Sundays off from being live. I will do lives on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I'm not always live all the time on YouTube. It's on my chat days and my tutorial days that I'm live on YouTube. So tomorrow night I will be live on YouTube here with the tutorial on such. So I do all kinds of things. And so my goal is I will do 2 chats a week, 2 tutorials a week, and 2 sales a week. And I always post the schedule on all of my social medias. I cannot get it to go through on YouTube yet. So I post them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So when I go to write my social media posts, I will put in to ChatGPT some information about the post. So like today is Wacky Wednesday because I have a theme for each day of the week. Do I post every day? No. Monday is Motivational Monday where I'll have a quote. Tuesday is oh no, but you've been sick lately, so Heidi, you have an excuse of why. Tuesday is called Tip Tuesday, where I will put out there some sort of a tip. Yesterday's Tip Tuesday was about making sure you have certain hours that you're going to work the business so that you can have a home work life balance and not be burnt out working all the time. Then today was Wacky Wednesday, and what I did to create today's, I will either use TikTok effects or do something in CapCut. Today I did something that I normally don't do in CapCut, and I used one of the templates and replaced it and made a little bit of changes that made it more what I would want to do instead of being the same as what it was before. You know, I changed some of the things in there. I changed wording and that type of thing, but I was able to create that video, and then from CapCut I can post it out to all my social medias. But I wanted my description, so I went into ChatGPT to get the description. And how I wrote that for today was I said I'm using a template effect in from from CapCut, and it is Wacky Wednesday, and I'm trying this for the first time of doing what I was doing today. And then I want the hashtags with it, write the description and the hashtag. So you got to tell it what you want, and then it's going to come back with something. So if you guys, that video is a short on YouTube. It is a reel on both Facebook and Instagram, and it is just a post out on TikTok. So I put it across all the social medias. Yes, it is the same one. I do have to change my descriptions and such between different social media posts because on YouTube, I am limited to 100 characters, and I can't remember what other one I am limited on characters also, but most of the time I can get them in. It's not 100. 100 on a short is very difficult to do, I will tell you. And I will sometimes tell ChatGPT, write it with only 100 characters. And then you see what you get back to it. So that's what ChatGPT does and helps me with my small business. So, and because I'm using ChatGPT more, I am trying to post more since I have the time to be able to do it. And I am also going live on social medias that I haven't done before. I am seeing an increase in my sales from my website. So that's what I want to share is like, how can we use tools that are available to us? My company is called CarolJo's LLC. So that is what my business is called. And because I've done all of that, did I spend a ton of time on it? No. Like today, to create that video in CapCut and to post it out to all of the social medias and changing the description and such, ultimately took me about 20 minutes. So do I have 20 minutes every day to write and edit and do a video? No. Hi, Dawn. So sometimes I don't get the video done that day. Oh, you're welcome. But sometimes I will have the time to do it. Some days I don't have the time to do the video at all. And sometimes I have the time to do something just very simple. And I am going to try to keep posting as much as possible. Earlier today when we were having our chat, I said, I do not put so much emphasis on my posting to my social medias that I have to do it every day, because you also have to have a good mental days too. So if I put that I needed to do the videos each and every day, it would literally stress me out. And then my business wouldn't be fun anymore. And I want my business fun. So I do not put on myself any type of like, I have to do this today, and if I don't get it done, I failed. And if you look at my list that I made to do, I have 3 items. I have 3 items left to do. And I don't know that I'm going to get it all done today. But the thing is, what happens is you will need to, like, I'll move them to tomorrow. And I don't want to keep moving them. I will prioritize all of what I have to do. And some of those items, some things will be prioritized that's new tomorrow over something that was carried over from today. But ultimately, you just need to get it done. So that's what I wanted to say. And Defect is over here on YouTube, and they're trying to get famous. And I will tell you something, you can try very hard, but you do have to put yourself out there in a way that you probably were like, eesh. So, yep. Because, I mean, I don't have a huge amount of followers on my social media. And I'm okay with that because we've got a great community here where we all share stuff. And we are literally here to help each other out. And I'm trying to get my stickers off of my, and this sometimes is hard when you go to one in the middle. All right, I got it. So what other questions do you guys have? If you guys have questions about Chat GPT, go ahead and ask it. If you use it, what are some of the things that you use it for that I haven't mentioned? Because I would love to see. There is so much available in it that it's overwhelming at times. What does what mean? I'm just waiting for someone to make or type a comment over here to see what they're asking about over on YouTube. But does anybody have a question that's over here on Instagram? And I'm crinkling. Let's see if I can get this one off now. There we go. Got it. Woohoo! We are going to have all of the stickers, hopefully, on all of the colors before Saturday. So that when we go to do this one, we won't have to sticker things and wait on that and see if we can get through the items a little bit quicker. As I say, every day is a learning day. You can learn something new each day. And we're just getting that process vetted out. Also, I think I'm going to change my the way I have it. It's 3 across on that piece of paper, and I might change it to 2 across, 3 down for setting it up for the items, because some of the colors could potentially have 6 different sizes and shapes of the silicone beads and the solids. So I kind of need all 6, but I got to figure out a way that you guys can see it all. Because before, I did ask for feedback, and I got feedback, and some of you were saying that you were missing it on the left and the right. So I want to make sure that we can get it all in the frame. So we'll be working on that this week too. All right, I'm almost done with another color. Almost. I have like another, and I don't know if I have enough stickers of this one. So I might have to finish it after the live because I don't know that I have enough stickers. All right. You go in there. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yep, I'm not going to have enough. This is unique. It's a different, I do different ways of doing my lives, I think, than some people. It's just what I like to do. I was going to say, I have not done the labels for the items that were what we were calling the intermission items. So I don't know where everybody's totals are going to fall at. We did get the silicone prints, And the, what is the other thing? The silicone prints and the focals, we got those all counted in your baskets. So those are all ready to be scanned for your invoices. And you guys, well, it was so cute. Little Miss Buttercup helped me with it. So we, she would go and she put, I would count the, so, like I would count one part of the order and she would count another. And then we put them in the bags and then we put the stickers on them for the scanning. So she was helping out. So we were just having a day together. So that is what she helped with. She normally doesn't help on the invoicing days, but she did that day. So yeah. Oh goodness, I stink at knowing what acronyms are. She has not made more bead soup. I need her to, but she hasn't yet. She has tomorrow and Friday off from school, so I'm hoping that she can. Oh, what do I mean? Okay, thank you for explaining. I was like, I think that's what it means, but I'm not sure. You were saying that back to defect, right? Oh, that one is done. Oops, nope, that's not done. That's the wrong ones. I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But I just put the wrong stickers on the wrong color because I was like stickering away. Okay, but I think I have enough of this one. Woohoo! Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. All right. Yep, we don't ask for negativity here. Nope, it wasn't my dad. It was my daughter. So. One of the daughters calling. I love how you guys are all like, Dad. I love it. You guys know that that's usually my dad. I've had an uncle and one of the kids calling me while I've been live. So, hi, Ms. Mary V. I remembered your username. All right. I got to take the name off of the one that's incorrect here because it's not right. I put Cranberry Zing on the Magenta Magic. Don't be mad. We don't get into upsetness here, everybody. We're positive. All right? So really, truly, I was going to say, we are, if anybody over here on Instagram will tell you, because they're the ones that have been following me for a while now. They know that for me, we're all just positive people here and having fun. And just always talking about our stuff. So that's what I will say, okay? I don't, and the one thing that you guys will find out about me is that I don't get into like saying people are kicked off of my lives. I don't usually have a lot of people who are negative and that type of thing. And so we usually don't have to do it. It's, yep, nope, you don't have to. I'm just telling you, that's how I like it to be. And it's not a negative thing at all. And you don't need to be sorry. I just like to tell people. And that's the one thing that in life, there can be so much, and I don't know another word for it, is that the drama. We just don't have drama. We just have all this positive energy. So Paige is asking, any tips for untangling chain? Okay. I know this is going to probably sound kind of oddballish, but this is okay. You'll get there. It just takes time to do it. And I found going live also helps increase my subscribers. I don't know, did you hear the news, Rose? Were you on last night or today earlier? So for on-chain, when it becomes, I'm just going to grab this and see if this one here is tangled up to try to explain this. Oh, it is a necklace. So like if it gets, I'm going to show you something. Normally in a tangle, you'll see something like this. What I do is I just look at it and I gently pull, if I can, on any piece of that. Yes. No, it's not, wasn't about Ducky, but yeah. So did you see, I just kind of just pulled on that tangle and then it comes out. So really, truly what I do on that is pull on it very gently on just different parts of it until I can find, until you can find it going loose. Normally chains will be smaller, and if they're smaller, they are more intricate to get apart. I just don't have any chain that is knotted up to show, but that's literally how I undo that. Okay, it's okay. So that's where that all comes from. So what I was talking about, Rose, I'm going to turn this down so I don't feel like I'm sitting in the comment. There we go. So because those of you that didn't know, I know Ducky, I won't forget, Ducky is the first person here off of social media that has passed away while type thing. So I took it very hard and I couldn't like post anything to anybody for a while about it. My other news is, yes, I have been out on my leave for the guardianship, parental leave that I had from my job. And we knew about 2 years ago that the business analyst position that I had for my full-time job would be eliminated at some time in the future. About more closer to now 9 months ago, I started learning a different position. And and I have been doing that and spending time learning something new. So what I knew 3 weeks ago, about a week before I went off on my leave, it seems like about 3-4 weeks ago, that the position hadn't been vetted through HR yet. And we knew these reorg was going to be coming soon within the into it. And so I was hoping that they would get that done, and they did not get it done before they went through the reorg. So last week I did get my position eliminated for my full-time job. So now I have time to do more lives during the day. So that is why I'm going to go back to, Rose, you'll know the schedule of 2 chats. You've probably heard this a million times when we used to do it before we got Buttercup. 2 chats, 2 tutorials, and 2 sales every week. Do you remember that day? I was saying it all the time. And so I'll be able to go back to that, but they won't be at night like they used to be. We're going to do some of them in the day, and we'll do some of them at night. And we'll do them on Instagram, we'll do them on YouTube, and we'll do them on TikTok. So I do need to figure out what we're going to do with the future. I'm going to go through coaching and stuff and see what we're going to do. Yep, 222. You remember it. So I used to do 6 lives a week. And I did on Monday through Friday nights, Monday through Thursday. Rose is going to laugh at this. This is what I used to always say. Monday through Thursday, I am live at 8 p.m. Central every Monday through Thursdays. Fridays was at 7 p.m. and that was the bead sale. Tuesday night was also the bead sale. So, and then Saturday was sometime between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. I would be live. So that's what I used to say all the time. And I would be saying I do 2 chats, 2 sales, and 2 tutorials a week. So Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays would be a rotation of chats and uh, the tutorials. So yeah, well, now we're going to be able to go back to some of that same kind of format. It's just not going to be at night because I need to personally spend time with Buttercup. So the schedule will change every week and it will be out on my schedule which platforms I will be live on, what time, and what we're doing. Thank you. Rose, and the thing is that I was given a severance package. I get paid out my PTO. There's lots of things. So, it is what it is, and I'm okay with it. And I tell Ryan, he's so funny. He's stressing out more about it than I am. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm all right with it, and we'll see what the future holds. Yep. Yep, that was it. It was more times than not. Saturday was a tutorial day, but it would be a chat day sometimes too. So yeah, that's what we did. But yep, so you will see some of the people used to be every Tuesday was a sale night. Every Friday was a sale night. You remember my 2 chats, 2 tutorials and 2 sales a week, Heidi? What's with the number 57 there, defect? So yeah, so I'm gonna go back to doing that, just not all at night. I am getting closer to retirement of early retirement, but because of this, ah, um, I probably won't be able to do early retirement because it was because of the ESOP that I had for a benefit that's going away. I was going to say once again, Defect is asking to subscribe to him or her. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's him or her on YouTube. So yeah, so that is what I was talking about with where we're going to go to. Yeah, my position was eliminated. So I don't have a full-time job now. You're a boy. Okay, thank you, Defect. So I get to go live while we're trying to figure out what my future holds. I'll be live more on that. I'm not going to go live like every day during the day. But we'll see what it is. I'm going to slowly bring it in to see what works. So that's what we're going to do. I just don't want to go live every day, but I was going to say, we are going to go live at either 11, 12, 1, or 2 p.m. Central Time. So like 11 in the morning, because that makes it noon on the Eastern Time Zone, noon in the Central Time Zone, lunch also. 1 o'clock is getting it for the Mountain Time Zone, and 2 o'clock is for the Pacific Time Zone, so that I can get it across. I will hit lunch hours for some of you every day, and that way it'll work that way. That's awesome, Defect. I'm glad you're going to be going live. It was funny because my sister said to me, like, I called Ryan, told Ryan what was happening, and then he was driving home because he thought I needed somebody here at home to be with me. I was like, I'm okay. But he needed someone to sit with him. I did cry. I'm not gonna lie. Did, but it wasn't like I was like upset or anything. I was all right. And then I called my sister while Ryan was driving home, and she's like, now you can do the business full time. And I'm like, I could try. And then Ryan came in the house and he's like, you can't. You have to have benefits. I'm like, ah. I mean, I already know to turn this. Okay. You have fun night, Defect. And have fun with what you're doing. gonna say, and so, but I know the numbers of where I need to be at to make it full time and make what I was making at my full time job. Can I get there? I don't know. We'll just have to see. And I will still be going through the coaching. I will still be applying for jobs and seeing what's out there. But during the time frame, I want to ramp it up and see where we can get to. That's what I want. That's what I would like to do right now. We have a lot of beads sitting in my living room right now that I need to get ready. Um, I had I had the ESOP for retirement. That was the biggest benefit of why I was staying with my full-time job there. When you get a nice chunk of money put away for your retirement and you didn't have to pay for it, it makes it nice. And the way they ran their ESOP is that were given a percentage of your gross income from that year. So like right now, they are getting ready to do the calculations for the 2024. And so you would get a percentage of what your gross salary was. And if you do a 401k, there would be anywhere from like a 2% to a 6% will match to it. And we didn't have to put any money into our ESOP. We would be given, and the ESOP was always double digits. And the most they could ever do is a 25% in there. But I mean, if you think about 25% of your gross income for a year going into it, that's pretty nice. And then the stock for the company, because it's employee owned, was put in there for a specific, it had a specific value to it. So I'm just going to say if the value of the stock was $1,000, and I'm just going to say they gave you 10,000 for your bonus, they would give you 10 stocks. Is what you would get, is how it equated to. And then next year the stock value would go to 1,200. So you just made $1,000 on that stock in a year. That's just a quick math of how it was. So your stocks that were purchased, that you received in earlier years, you got at a lower value, so you got more stock in it. And so then when you go to, it does keep going up. And like the time that they've had it, they only had 2 years where it went backwards a little bit, and then it made up for it going forward. And so literally, it was always going up. So it was a nice benefit, very, very nice benefit. And that's what I will miss. Okay, and I can do some more tutorials. I just need ideas sometimes. And I can, the thing that I get with those is I go out and try to look, because I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. I want to teach the same basic technique, but I want to use that technique in something different. And sometimes I get into a rut. So, that I need to have sometimes ideas. So if you guys have something that you want to learn, I can, go out and see, because the basics except for wire wrapping. I can't do that. We can do it. That's the only thing that sometimes I get into a rut with, but we'll get her. Like today, someone asked about paracord bracelets. So I'm going to go try doing that and bringing that in. So yeah, that one benefit was a lot better than the post office retirement, and such. So it is what it is. So that, could I do it and put away that much money towards my retirement? Thank you. Do that, Paige. I would love it. And if I could get to a certain dollar amount in sales, I would be able to do that. What it really truly means, everybody, is that I would have to sell about 5 times more than what I've sold in the past to get there. So my thing is that we would also have to have more employees if we were doing that, or more hours to the employees that I have type scenario. So there is growth there, and do that. So we'll see what it's going to do. So that's what my future holds. Where it's on night, it's open. Okay, I like that. So I'm just making sure. I thought I got them all. I think I got everybody's comments. What I was gonna say also is, but I can, and I'll be doing the tutorials on both Instagram and TikTok, but I will also still continue to do them like I do. Yep. But the thing that I don't want to do, and this is, I talked about this earlier about it, is that if I grow, I don't want that proportion of our chat times, our chat times of our tutorials and the sales to become uneven. And what I don't want this community to think about with what I do is that it's all about sales. I literally don't have that as my goal for this. Yes, I have sales goals, but I also have goals about, and I know there isn't a quantitative way to say this goal, but one of my goals is that I have people come into the community that have learned something new and that it brings them joy, because that brings me joy. And that is a goal I have, is to make sure I continue to bring joy to individuals. So that is something that I don't want this to become a total sales thing. I want to have fun and do, like when we were talking about, keep the ratio of the chats, the tutorials, and the sales in line. Hi, Miss Joya. She's over here on like YouTube instead of on, she doesn't do Instagram. So that's why she's going to join. Whenever I do a live on Instagram, she'll be joining us on YouTube instead. And I love it. Is the work and workplace less? Well, and the thing is did you guys see my post that I did about my Motivational Monday this last, or no, not even it wasn't Motivational Monday. Take that back. It was Tip Tuesday. And it was about setting hours so that you can have a good work to home life balance. And one thing that I've noticed, because of not having the full-time job, so I can work here and do this thing of my bead business and about my jewelry business, and then yeah, and do that while she's at school. And then we have been going and selling Girl Scout cookies at night. So literally this is what my day was today. I went on and I got up, got ready, came and did a live here on or was on TikTok and on YouTube, a chat this morning. And then I went and just did a lot of work this afternoon. And as soon as she got off the school bus and Ryan got home, we left and went and did Girl Scout cookie deliveries to people. And we made stops at a few paces and we got to talk to people and interact with people. And then we came home, had supper, and then I came here. And I am trying to be very mindful that when we're doing chat times and tutorials, I want to keep them to an hour and be very mindful. So what I said last night is something that, or yesterday, because I posted it last night, is really truly something that I'm trying to be mindful of, and getting that productivity in a way that I can still have a good balance here. So that's what I'm going to try to do more of. If you guys have noticed, not this last week, but the 2 weeks before, the way everything worked out with Buttercup goes to her dad's normally on Saturdays. And if Ryan has the long route, or if he goes out and hangs out with his friends on a Saturday night, it gives me time to get the invoices done on a Saturday night. And then I'm not doing invoicing on Sunday when I can, and then I get to spend Sunday with my family. So you'll see some little changes about what can we do to still get everything done in a time frame that we said we were going to get it done, and also spend time with the family. And yes, I do not want to fall out of my chair or doing the steps again. The steps one was truly awful. So yeah, and my whole entire thing about the job that I want to find for the future, it has to be a job that's going to bring me joy. I don't want to take another, what I will call a corporate America job that I don't just find joy with. You know, you guys know I volunteer for the board of directors for a credit union. that brings me joy. I literally love sitting in that meeting and hearing about different things in the financial world, and that brings me joy. So I will not be giving that up. I want to find more things that truly bring me joy and go through that. So that is where, and Ryan and I have talked about it. I don't, Joya. That's what we're talking about. I'm not going back because they eliminated my position while I've been on leave. So I don't have a job, a full-time job. I have my bee business. Oops, I'm sorry to snort. So it was supposed to go back on March 11th, but I don't have it now. So, and I knew 2 years ago that they were going to be eliminating the position at some point. I would have been training to do a different position. It just didn't work out that I could transition to that position at this point in time. And I don't know why I have an alarm set for tonight. Sorry, everybody. Oh, wow. Yep. And that's true, Heidi. And I want to do things right now. I'm in those years that I'm getting ready for retirement, and I don't want to do something between now and then that I don't love. And I want to set myself up for retirement. One of the things that I've said is that I will not be able just to retire and just be settled. I cannot just sit at home and be like, okay, well, I'm going to just watch TV, or I'm going to sit here all day. I know that's not going to be me in retirement. So literally what will happen is that, the whole reason why I took the board of director position that I have was because I want to volunteer and do that. And so I know I want to do more of that. And that's what I'll do in retirement. And that's why I took it now, is to start building up different places that I could help volunteer at or be on boards and that type of thing. What was explained to me in my discussion that I had with management and with HR is to continuously watch their career page. And because our positions were eliminated, it literally was not like I had any, and I'm trying to think of the word, I can't even think of it other than bad employee. But that's not the right words to use. Because I wasn't in that position, I actually had a very good review that I had just gotten while I was out on leave. and because of that, I am allowed to apply and come back. I wasn't, and I can't think of the words why they went out of my head. And so I can go back if I would want to. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to. And it's not because of I don't like the company. It's not that. It's that Ryan and I had this talk. The company that I worked at before always did mass layoffs every year. And it gives you an uneasy feeling. And then to be part of it at the new company that was always, they have only done 3 layoffs in an 8-year period. And being one of those, I just want guarantee, and nothing's guaranteed. So it's kind of hard. It's a hard feeling. And that's my negative about it, is that there's no guarantee. And I just want to get to 60 and retire. That's literally what I want. I mean, with the company I was at, I could have retired at 55 too. So I was, trying to determine, do I want to retire? I knew I wasn't going to retire at 55, but I was getting closer to retirement and that type of thing. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds. So, yeah. So I can go back there if I so choose. We'll see if I choose to, if I see a position open. I've been looking at different positions, and there's a few openings in this area. But you also have every single person within the company that I was at that had the same title as me was also let go at the same time. And that's for the size of town of Sioux Falls. I mean, we're not in Sioux Falls, but those of us that were, it's hard to be able to get into a position there. So, yep. And I actually know somebody that does volunteering at the hospitals. We actually have 3 hospitals by where I live, and she volunteered at one of them for many, many years. We're talking, she probably volunteered 15, not quite 20 years after she retired. Yeah, there are things though that do stress me out a little bit more now than it would have 2 weeks ago, but I am not stressed. I barked at Ryan tonight and I felt utterly horrible for doing it because that's not me to do that to him. But it was like I was in the middle of doing 3 things that were like not business related, they were personal related. And he wanted me to move some of my beads. And I'm like, give me 5 minutes. And he's like, but I can't watch TV now. And that's what snapped me. It was like, dude. And if you guys would have seen me snap, you guys would have been laughing. Because I looked at him and I said, I asked for 5 minutes. And I was a little loud. So you guys can all laugh at me being grumpy and my little snap. And had that been 2 weeks ago, I would have not snapped at him. And that's just where I know my stress is higher, but I'm not stressed. And I don't want to be stressed. As we've all said, everything is I've always tried to maintain that positivity, and it's because I can't we talked about this earlier. I can't get to the point of getting so stressed that I end up getting depressed and that type of thing. Thank you, Rose, for saying that. He was just like, what did you say to me? Oh, see, and my sister actually, Joya's over here on YouTube, and she's like, her sister's stressed because of all the federal employees, and then her brother-in-law works for the VA. And my sister used to work at the VA, and there were things that happened with her position, and it made a national headline with what happened with it. And not her position specifically, but just how the treatment. And so she went through a lot with that. So I don't know if there's a perfect job out there, but we'll see what's going to come up. So, but it is 9 o'clock. Sorry I took so much time talking about me, but it is part of what we'll see changes of, and you'll see little things changing because I'll be able to go live more during the day for longer than we thought. And we're just going to, add in different things throughout the days and see what times work the best and that type of thing. Yep. Exactly, Joya. I'm going to keep positive. I'm going to try to keep my stress down. And truly, I feel like this is in God's hands, and he will lead me to where I'm supposed to be. My next TikTok will be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for the tutorial. So that is our next TikTok. It's the tutorial for the badge reels. So I'm going to show you here really quick before we drop off. I'm going to teach you how to do not this part of it, but this part of it. Whoops. Where you can add the different rhinestone or silicone beads to make a badge reel decorated. These are just like, this one's foam, but there are some in here, like this one is an acrylic added on to that. So I've got some, I don't have the acrylic, so I'm not going to teach that part, but I'll teach you how to get the beads on there. All right. So everybody, you guys have a great rest of your night. And thank you. Thank you guys for your kind words. That's easy. If you can find the acrylics, you just glue them on. Sorry. And I can tell you that tomorrow night too. But literally we'll do all the other part. The other part is the hardest part of it. And I'll teach you that. So we'll be on 8 o'clock for that tomorrow night. See y'all then. Bye.